and special interests tell them, and that's why this country is in a mess. And that's why I felt like God was calling me out of the business world last year, because we need God-fearing people to step up that actually love their country, that love you guys, and don't care about the title, the money, all the accolades that come with this. I don't even want to go to DC, but I know that's what God's calling me to do. I would much rather be in the business world right now than have to, get up and give speeches and all this, because it's uncomfortable doing it, but it comes with it. But I'd rather just tuck my head and go to work in DC and not have to do all that. But hey, it comes with it. But so I appreciate you guys giving me the opportunity to talk tonight. But we need these career-long politicians gone. And the only way we do that is because of people like yourselves to show up and vote. This summer we have primaries happening. Mine is on May 17th. So we really need you guys to show up in your states and do some research on the candidates. Look at their history, like Brian's been saying. Look at their family life. Look at their business dealings. See where they go to church. Just look at their private lives, because politicians and people can say anything to make you feel good, but you're known by your fruits. So make sure you do your research. And then we need you in the general election in November. Your voice matters. It clearly does. People have woken up and they're paying attention now. So just remember that. Remember that. We need you to show up, but do your research. But I just want you all to know I'm here to represent you. For those of you out of Charlotte or North Carolina, I'm your voice. I'm here for you. And then the rest of you as well. You might not be able to vote for me, but what I do in D.C. will affect you. So if you know anyone in the North Carolina area, I just ask that, you help get the word out. But I don't know. I'll hand the mic back over. My website is votetylerlee.com. I appreciate you guys. Would love, if I haven't met you yet, come say hi. So y'all have a good night.
Seriously, that guy right there, man, he's been in our corner from day one. I didn't even know who he was, messaging me like crazy. How can I help? How can I help? How can I help? And he's been with us this whole time, from the very beginning to even today, still here. So round of applause for him again, please. I'm gonna bring up another gentleman that's been here for a little while. He's got a story to share. I'm gonna do the same thing, about 5 minutes most. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Are you sure? Sure? I'm just kidding. Here you go, buddy. Let you introduce yourself.
Yes, sir. All right. My name is Roberto Leyva. I'm a first-generation Cuban American. Great to have. Wow, this is amazing. And I don't want to sound cliche, but ever since I saw Canada standing up and Australia standing up, it's like, okay, it's time for a revolution. And I'm not talking about, a physical revolution, but a revolution of getting together and draining the swamp and so on and so forth. Amen. So each one of us has to find a why. We all have our why, but a why we're doing this to give us a fuel to continue being here. So I'm going to tell you my why, and I'm going to try not to break down. Of course, my why is the mother of my kids. She lost her job because she refused to get the job. My cannot travel overseas because he refused to get the job. But going deeper than that, my father was born in 1940 in Cuba. At 18 years old, he saw that Fidel Castro was no good. And he would try to tell people, and they wouldn't listen. They would fall into the narrative. And he started working. See, my dad was a person that had strong character. I never saw my dad cry, but once when he saw a longtime friend that he hadn't seen for 30 years. So he had a strong character. So when he saw that, oh, by the way, he taught me integrity and he taught me hard work and hard work ethics. So when he started working in Havana carrying 300-pound bags of sugar to make a living, and he earned pretty good money. And here's my point. He was there for 10 years in being oppressed, lack of freedom of speech, everything taken away, all the good stuff that y'all know from Cuba. Until in 1969, he decided to leave Cuba because he couldn't take it anymore. Not because he was bad financially, but because he couldn't take the oppression anymore. So he decided to cross over to the Guantanamo Bay, but there's only two ways to do it. One, either by land, and you risk getting blown up by what they call mines, or two, by sea. Thank you. He decided to go by sea, so he swam 7 miles for 7 hours in shark-infested waters looking for freedom. Yeah. These are one of the times I break down. Before he left my older brothers at 3 and 6 years old playing in the porch, and he didn't even say goodbye because he didn't want to break down in front of them, not knowing if he was going to see them ever again.
God bless your dad.
So he came here in 1969.
Let's go, Brian.
Good evening. Well, I think today was another win, huh? How awesome was came down here, rewrote his whole schedule for a day to come down here and be a part of this convoy. And then, on top of it, with the help of Ted Cruz, that that in itself, just that flag being able to fly down through the streets of the nation's capital like the family requested, that is a win.
Yes.
Senator Cruz being here in person to see all of you this morning, that is a win. That is a win. His public display in front of the National Mall in a press conference endorsing the People's Convoy, saying out loud, and then going on Sean Hannity this evening to say the same thing, that's a win. We are winning. Our voice is being heard. And with the help of legislators like Senator Ted Cruz, the government is starting to get the hint that they work for us. I've asked for patience. I've asked to trust the process. And you all have so far, and I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for having trust in me and trust in the organizers in this process, because this diplomatic route, as annoying as it can be sometimes, I know, it's working. It is working. We're doing it right. They can't come after us. They can't do anything to looking to join us. Looking to be a part of this movement. Since I said something, there has been flight attendants and pilots, not even associated with Freedom Flyers, now decided that it is also that are part of the flight industry that's already here. Or phone calls or messages, text messages from people that work in the airline industry. I want to make an announcement real quick. Delta Airlines, this is coming at you. Remember Kid Cowboy?
Yeah, we saw that video.
Yeah, so here's the thing. He came down here He rode with us from Adelanto, California to this location here. And if you don't know the story of this young man, 5 years ago he lost his parents. He's 18 years old. He raised himself after that point, working as a ranger, that he decided he was going to stand up, but he was only going to go to the next stop. He made it all the way to Hagerstown. The first set of meetings, Ron Johnson, Ted Cruz meeting. That meeting took place in the actual United States Capitol building. That boy went from Southern California to the Capitol building, hitching rides, by the way. Enough, he believed in God, or should I say stand at one point, and put a reporter in their place.
Yeah. Woo!
While also telling his personal story to 2 senators, making them understand just how passionate. That meeting, we got him an Uber. I got him an Uber to get to the airport because it was time for him to leave. He had to go. Hated seeing the kid go. I think we all cried saying goodbye to him.
I did.
Gets on his first flight. He's wearing a hoodie that I understand some may not find appropriate. I get that. I tell him, listen, you got to just get home. Just flip that hoodie inside out, but tell your story. Just flip it inside out, get over there. I just, 18-year-old kid.
Wait, you're there.
Get home, buddy. Let's just get home. All right? Get home.
Wait, you're there.
So he takes the hoodie off. Delta decides, the pilot, by the way, decides, nope, he can't fly on my plane.
What?
Delta Airlines kicked this young man off the plane and then put him on the Delta no-fly list.
What?
So Delta Airlines,
Yeah.
I will never fly your airline again, and I hope every American in this country never gives you another dollar.
Yeah.
Delta Airlines has betrayed the American people by doing so. It's called freedom of speech.
Yeah. Woo!
So Delta, this People's Convoy,
Ground 'em.
and Kid Cowboy deserve and demand a public apology
Yeah.
now.
That's right.
Bottom line is, the bottom line is to oppress free speech
Yeah. Right.
is to oppress every other part of that Constitution and Bill of Rights.
We need to find out who that pilot is.
What Delta Airlines did was claim that it was a picture with him and loved him and welcomed him onto that flight, and he had all his other connecting air flights, no problem.
Goodbye, Delta.
He goes on that one plane, and that
Man.
I'm going to leave it at that. I just hope that's enough to get it out, and I hope every single one of you tweets Delta and tells them what's going on and tells the American people never spend $1 at Delta Airlines ever again. I will never fly Delta. 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 I will. Delta, you owe that young man an apology, and you owe the American people an apology immediately if you ever want to see $1 out of any of us ever again.
That's right. Woo!
Delta needs to be grounded.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ground 'em.
Anyway, and listen, the bottom line is the companies are entitled to their policies. I get it. But if you're going to enforce policies, you enforce it on every single flight all the way across. You don't get to pick and choose when it's convenient.
No policy. They were bought off by the government. Yeah, no policy. No policies against
They
the
work with that stick.
Kid Cowboy did get home.
Yeah!
You want to know what airline?
American!
JetBlue.
Ah!
JetBlue got him home. I don't know if he wore the sweatshirt, but he got home. So let's talk about today a little bit, shall we? We had a convoy. It kicked off out of here with the lead truck with a little bit of showmanship, I guess you'd say. But it was nice of him to come down here and have some words in front of everybody, people he don't know, and I mean, let's face it, the majority of us here aren't his constituents, but it didn't bother him. It didn't matter to him. He still needs to be held to the fire. But it was nice to see that he came out. It was nice to see him use his platform like he has to help further our message. Him being there caused a lot of mainstream media to be standing there for that press conference right in front of that Capitol building with the Mike Landis' truck and that flag in the background.
Yeah! Woo!
There's going to be some things coming up here, and I hope that you all still bear with me. There's some more things to come. It's going to take a few days to work it out. In the meantime, we're going to convoy.
Yeah.
We're going to have a convoy tomorrow. I'll release those details of that convoy tomorrow morning. Not tonight yet because I'm still working out a couple little details with it. See if we're going to change it up at all or not. But what I will say, what I will tell you, is that I need you guys to bear with me and trust that I have a plan, that the organizers have a plan. We have a plan, and we're not going to sit here having tailgate parties forever. At some point, we will pick up and move. I'm not going to release any of those details at this time, but just trust me, it'll be good.
Yeah!
You're nailing it.
What?
Better convoy plan for the four-wheeler.
Stop trying to pass the trucks. That's the plan.
Yeah, no passing the truck. Stop halfway, regroup.
Stand together.
Stop mentioning
Convoy's a convoy.
Hey, we had 2 convoys today that worked.
All right, listen. I'll explain the convoy rules again tomorrow. I understand that it's frustrating. DC traffic does not like us.
Yeah!
That makes it complicated. But we will work on that, and I'll get you a plan of the list of rules and how the process is going to work tomorrow. I will lay it out for you nice and pretty like. Remember when I said this morning, find a partner, ride right beside them? All right, let's just keep doing that. Because it worked 2 days ago, 3 days ago, whatever it was.
It worked today. It worked great today.
The point is I understand that it can get difficult. You're talking about a lot of people. You're talking about a big convoy, and you're talking about areas that just simply do not like us.
Yeah!
But what we are doing, remember, if you got a bad actor, you got somebody acting dumb, you got somebody brake checking you being, whatever, pound 77 with the mile marker and report the vehicle.
The website says pound 88 now.
Pound 8.
Pound 88 was on the website, but that ain't right. It's pound 77. Didn't answer? I will address it this evening with the people I need to talk to about it then. I will make sure that that is taken care of. And if they don't take care of it, then we'll just flood 911. So they can answer the phone tomorrow or enjoy 911 calls. How about that?
Yeah!
So I suggest they answer the pound 77 going forward. Listen, you got to remember too, though, that it ain't law enforcement's fault.
No.
Okay? They are working hard. They are busting their butts to let us do what we're doing peacefully. They love us. I get phone calls from the different agencies. I talk to them. They're happy with the way things are going. They like it. They're standing with us. You know how many officers today I saw sticking their hand out the window giving thumbs up?
Yeah!
Even if the department itself doesn't support us, the men and women behind the badge do.
Yeah!
So remember that.
Bureaucrats are the problem.
He didn't get ticketed. He got a warning for going 15. He got a warning and told to speed up because somebody was interfering with the convoy, going ridiculously slow in the middle of it, causing a big gap. If that individual's in this convoy, I will find you tomorrow. We have a mission, and if you ain't with us, then it's time to pack your bags and get out.
Yeah, that's right.
Everybody is welcomed in this convoy. I don't care if you're a Republican, a Democrat, an Independent, a Libertarian, a Constitutionalist, or whatever 50 million different parties that they're out there. I don't care if you are far right, far left. Oh, I got to do it this way. I don't care if you're far right or far left. I don't care. But for this convoy, for this goal, we are in this together.
Yeah.
Stop the division. I don't care if you're far left, far right. You can go back to hating each other when we're done doing this. For now, we're on the same team.
Yeah.
This is about your freedoms. This is about your rights. This right here is what lets you hate each other when this is over. So right now, shake hands and stand together in a mission of freedom. We the people and the people's convoy.
What about the fake cop that almost hit our truck?
Man, I don't know. What about it? Tell me all about it.
Fake badge and all, flashed at us and tried to take out one of our drivers today. Literally. Yep. Damn near ran
Did you get his license plate?
The cops got him? Well, then there's your answer.
They did not get him.
She just said they got him.
No, I was in front with him. He took off with fake cop lights and ran off down the road.
All right, anyways, listen. We already know there's bad actors out there. We already know people want to try to take it out. Feeding into it doesn't help, and it only increases it. It makes them realize that they're messing with you. They're getting to you. Stop letting them get to you.
We're gonna have some resistance.
Stop letting them get to you. We are doing good. We are rocking and rolling here, and we're making a statement, and they cannot silence us. I'm going to let y'all go this evening because, darn it, I need some sleep. Tomorrow morning, follow along on the website. I don't know what's going on with the text thing again. So follow along on the website for the morning meeting time. Don't forget, anybody that has fuel receipts related to the People's Convoy, meaning you got here during the People's Convoy, please bring your receipts over to Marcus at the bus. He is prepared and has some help to start getting that stuff knocked out. Right, Marcus? Well, I know he's prepared. He came up and told me to put it out. He's ready for you. Thank you. Otherwise, I love you all. God bless you all. God bless the United States of America, and good night. Oh, one more thing. No truck horns tonight, please. After 8 p.m., we got to stop doing that stuff. Got to keep the neighborhood happy. Love you all. Good night.
You're awesome, buddy.
Is that bright, Kevin?
Did you turn it down like you said?
Man.
Hold on, let me get it.